Hey guys, it's after the comment here, just to tell you my picks for the College Bowl this season. Okay. New Mexico Bowl, I'm picking Fresno State over Wyoming. St. Petersburg Bowl, I am going to pick Rutgers over Central Florida. RL Carriers New Orleans Bowl, I am going to pick Middle Tennessee State over Southern Miss. MAACO Las Vegas Bowl, I am picking Oregon State over BYU. San Diego County Credit Union Poinsettia Bowl, I am picking Utah over Cal. Sheraton Hawaii Bowl, I'm picking Nevada over SMU. Little Caesars Bowl, I'm picking Marshall over Ohio. Car Care Bowl, I'm picking Pitt over North Carolina. Emerald Bowl, this was kind of easy. I mean, do you really think Boston College could beat USC? Yeah, USC wins that one. Clemson over Kentucky in the Hotel Music City Bowl. The Independence Bowl, I'm picking Texas A&M because they almost beat Texas, who is going to the national championship. EcoBank Bowl, that one is still undecided, but if Army goes, I pick them over Temple, and if UCLA goes, I'm picking them over Temple too. Champs Sports Bowl, Miami versus Wisconsin. This was a hard one to pick, but in the end, I'm picking Miami of Florida to beat Wisconsin closely in the end. Okay, Humanitarian Bowl, Bowling Green versus Idaho. I am picking Idaho because Bowling Green has not had a very good season this year. Okay, the Holiday Bowl. This was really hard for me to pick. I might go see this game because it is right here in San Diego. I really want to go see this game. It'll be really good. But I think Nebraska will pull this off. I really do. I think Arizona's going to fall apart and Nebraska ends up winning. Armed Forces Bowl, Houston over Air Force. Brute Sun picking Stanford over Oklahoma. Texas Bowl, I'm picking Navy. I'm picking Missouri over Navy. And that was a hard one to decide too, but I just think, Navy cannot match Missouri's talent and the talent they have in that school. Inside Bowl, Minnesota and Iowa State. I'm going to pick Minnesota over Iowa State. Chick-fil-A Bowl, Virginia Tech and Tennessee. I'm going to pick Virginia Tech. Outback Bowl, I'm picking Northwestern, because they beat a really good Iowa team who was undefeated at the time, up until they played Northwestern. Capital One Bowl, I'm picking Penn State, and Nittany Lions will pull it off against LSU. The Gator Bowl, West Virginia, Florida State. Florida State may have a home field advantage, but I think West Virginia will get it done and beat Florida State in their own home state. Okay, now we're getting into the better games. Rose Bowl, Ohio State, and Oregon. No, the Buckeyes have not won a bowl game for a while. They lost last year to Texas. They lost the national championship the year before, and the national championship before that, but the year before that, they actually won. They beat Notre Dame in the Fiesta Bowl. But this year, it was hard for me to pick. It's going to be an amazing game. I might go to this one too, since it's only like 2 hours away from here. And I think Ohio State can actually pull this off and get their first bowl win in 4 years. That would be cool to see them happen. Oregon, you gotta give them credit. They're an amazing team, but I think Ohio State will pull it off, and I want to see that happen. The Sugar Bowl, Florida, Cincinnati. Yeah, Florida's gonna destroy Cincinnati. Like, come on, Cincinnati's not even that good. They've just been... Cincinnati really is all hype. Okay, the International Bowl, South Florida versus Northern Illinois. I think South Florida will get that done there. I think UConn beats South Carolina in the PapaJohns.com Bowl. The Cotton Bowl, I'm picking Oklahoma State over Ole Miss. That was a hard one too. Okay, Liberty Bowl, Arkansas, East Carolina. I'm picking East Carolina. Alamo Bowl, I'm picking Michigan State over Texas Tech. Tostitos Bowl, here we go. This, I think, is going to be the best game. I really do. Just because this is a rematch from last year's Poinsettia Bowl. These two teams played each other in a bowl game last year. TCU won 17-16, and I was at that game. But I think this year, Boise State, they're just on a roll, defeating all their opponents by, pretty much like 20 points. But TCU is the third ranked team in the country. I wanted TCU to go to the national championship, but they just, Texas won. So Boise State plays TCU, and I think Boise State gets the win. Just because of vengeance from last year. Okay, the Orange Bowl. Iowa and Georgia Tech. This was hard. Iowa, who's had a really good season, started out undefeated until Northwestern beat them. Georgia Tech, though, you just can't stop this Georgia Tech team, and I really think Georgia Tech is going to pull off the win against Iowa. The GMAC Bowl. Central Michigan Troy. I think Central Michigan has done a very good job this season. And I say Central Michigan wins. And now here it is, the big game. Okay, the national championship. I really think Alabama wins. I really do. I think Alabama has what it takes to beat Texas. And that's all. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if this helped you make your picks in any way, I'm glad I could help.